Greetings, my excellent friends. The Extreme Legends nightmare continues. No, this is just the one bad part, I think. We got 4 stages, and then we're gonna double back to Liu Bei's story, just because, yeah, chronology, it makes sense in my head. First, we have Xu Huang, whose only crime is that he's boring. That's fine. Shou Tai's boring too. Although his stage was actually interesting enough. I think the fact that he's so... Shou Tai, the fact that he barely speaks and that he's just this big plank of wood means that when they focus on him, you get a lot of stuff for everybody around him and they can be more interesting as a result. Like, you can have a character whose entire job is to stand still and say nothing, and that character can add a lot just by being something for more interesting people to bounce off of. Xu Huang doesn't do that. Xu Huang is just a warrior. I have no idea what they're about. Maybe I'll be surprised. Maybe it'll be decent. But I have never... I have been playing Dynasty Warriors games for 20 years. I have been playing them more than 20 years. I was playing them when I was 9, 10 years old. 2003, 2004. I can't tell you anything about Xu Huang except that he has a funny line in Dynasty Warriors 5, and it's entirely because of the voice actor. I've played all of them. I've played 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and Origins. He's in all of those except for 2, I think. He stands out to me for being the guy who stands out the least. I know more about every single person who isn't Xu Huang. And it's honestly impressive how unremarkable he is. To the point where I don't remember anything about what we're about to do with him. But I'd still rather that than play as the Kiaos, which is what we're going to be doing straight after. It's funny, in this outfit he looks kind of like Jia Shu. But the color palette's different, but like the way he's in sort of robes and with the head covering and... He looks more strategist-y. But no, he's a warrior. Very, very boring warrior.
I am ready to take to the battlefield.
Yeah, see, like, just bursting with character, that was, right? Now, that tells you everything about who Xu Huang is. Campaign against Liu Bei. Cao Cao has advanced his army on Xiaopei, determined to strike down the isolated Liu Bei. Although small in number, Liu Bei's army possesses brave generals, such as his 2 brothers, and that's it. Withstand the counterattack from Liu Bei's forces and seize the battle. This is just a jobbing Cao Cao Liu Bei battle. Xiaopei, I think that's like, you know, somewhere between Xiaopei and Changban. Well, actually, no, it's not. Yeah, because Guandu happens before then. I think this is right. Xiaopei is when Liu Bei is scattered. That's it. This is when Liu Bei gets separated from Guan Yu. So that's what we're doing here. What does that have to do with Xu Huang? Nothing. But he needed a battle.
Cao Cao, who had taken the emperor under his protection, and Yuan Shao, who controlled the lands of Hebei, were destined to collide. Just as these 2 powerful forces were about to meet head-on, an ambitious young dragon looked to join the fray for himself. It was none other than Liu Bei, the man of virtue who had no land to call his own. Upon following Cao Cao's orders to defeat Yuan Shu, he rose in rebellion within Shu province. He was determined to prevent Cao Cao from following his path towards domination. As Cao Cao pondered his options concerning these 2 threats to his power, his strategist Guo Jia made a bold declaration. He recommended Cao Cao forget the indecisive Yuan Shao for the time being, and instead focus his energies on Liu Bei. Guo Jia, Cao Ren, and the brave and honorable Xu Huang. Cao Cao had brought with him a battalion of officers suitable for hunting so-called dragons within the lands of
Cao Ren and Xu Huang. Here comes the B team! Oh, that's right, I put Gocha in this outfit. He looks like a blue Robin Hood. Alright, that's fine.
Master Liu Dai is not very adept in battle. That's why he is so dependent on our army's strategists.
Don't call your boss stupid while you're standing behind him.
Master Guo Jia is our lord's trusted strategist. I hear he is most adept at providing uncanny insight. However, I don't agree with this particular strategy of his. It's simply too dangerous.
This guy's stupid. He needs to rely on strategists. Talk to him. I don't agree with the strategist. I think his idea is bad. He's usually smart, though. You're a dog sitting for your aunt. Does vanish suddenly mean that the dog has arrived, or that the dog is doing something stupid and needs to be stopped?
Master Guo Jia first served under Yuan Shao, although I hear he pretty much gave up on him the first time they met.
And then he met our lord. Well, I'm glad it turned out in our favor.
That Liu Bei! Has he forgotten the debt he owes our lord? After all, who does he think looked after him when Lu Bu seized control of Shu province?
Yeah, but you see, Liu Bei's the good guy, so whatever he does is just.
Sometimes the officers decide to work together in battle. Not that it does some of them much good.
That's Axel, isn't it? Just doing an accent.
Sometimes the officers decide to work together in battle.
Yeah, that's Quentin Flynn.
I cannot forget Guan Yu's bravery at the Sushui Gate. It was a truly magnificent sight.
The dog is old and has indicated that he needs to go outside, because at his age that is the signal for a time limit. Right.
Liu Bei must be eliminated at all costs. However, everything must be done to convince Guan Yu to join me.
Surely, after I kill his brother, he would be more than happy to dedicate his life to my cause.
Nobody is more reliable in a fight than our master. We'd follow him anywhere.
You mean Sauron?
I have heard that Guan Yu is a sworn brother to Liu Bei, and they share a very tight bond. Our Lord wishes for Guan Yu to join our side, but I fear it will not be easy to persuade him.
Yeah, fork found in kitchen on that one.
Master Cao Ren was fond of horse riding in his youth. Did you know that? I take it he didn't wear all that armor back then.
Oh, he did. That's why he stopped after he killed his 8th horse.
I met Liu Bei once. He seemed like a nice guy to me.
Even Cao Cao's soldiers like Liu Bei. Except for the ones who don't.
Hey, it's me! I'm sorry. I thought you were somebody else. But you do look kind of familiar.
You look kind of like that Jia Shu guy from behind.
I am confident that our master can defeat Guan Yu.
Well, if Matt Mercer believes in him, then I'm sure he'll be fine.
Everybody knows that our master's strength is unmatched.
I like how our master lives his life by a strict code.
We must devote ourselves to our training, like Master Shu Huang does.
Oh, you're talking about me. Fuck, okay.
I see that our master is popular amongst the men.
I'm not sure why. He doesn't seem to have any character traits.
Hey, it's me! Master Guo Jia is both handsome and clever. I tell you, some guys have all the luck.
Forget about him. He's not half the man you and I are.
Good news, Dynasty Warrior 7 is occasionally still gay. Not as much as Origins, but nothing could be. One of the Elden Ring bosses. The man is huge, but has this tiny itty-bitty sick horse. He goes to school to learn gravitation magic so well that he can ride his horse without killing it.
We have no time to waste. We must quickly find and defeat Liu Bei. Indecisive as he may be, it is only a matter of time before Yuan Shao makes a move against us.
Understood. I shall deal with the enemy personally.
I know I can count on you. Just be careful when facing Guan Yu. His strength in battle has earned him the nickname God of War. Even our lord is entranced by his ability.
I thank you for your insight. I shall proceed with caution.
I am counting on you. Okay. I think it's about time for us to get going. The central garrison will be our first target.
Oh yeah, his weapon. He's got the same weapon as Lu Meng. He's got the pike, which is boring. We could swap him to something else. We could swap him to the Great Axe, actually. I think that might be what he's supposed to have. Let's go with Warning Wild Beasts. Or a Lollipop.
Arrows! Where are they firing from?
Probably from some fucking archers, mate.
This is no good for morale. This needs to be taken care of quickly.
Don't say. Hey kids, want some candy?
Are a match for mine.
Is it just me or is my weapon picking people up? Is it just the lollipop that does that? No.
We'll need to capture another garrison.
To retreat is not necessarily to
This
lose.
weapon picks up bodies and chucks them around.
That's one more stepping stone on my path to true might.
That is excellent. This one was in the same part of the list as bombs, so I'm thinking it was added later and isn't anybody's default weapon, but I think it's meant to be Shu Huang's. Might not be, but he's got a duplicate anyway, so we may as well show off a different one. Did I get the archer? I think I did. Looks like they're leaving.
You think you can outsmart me? Don't make me laugh.
No, but I do think I can wham you in the face with this until you turn into paste.
You will learn to regret this moment.
That's one more stepping stone on my path to true might.
Turns out we don't pick up corpses with the weapon, we pick up
My lord,
people
Yuan Shao's
with the
forces
weapon,
are
because he
quickly
was alive.
approaching.
Now that's
Yuan
how it's
Shao
done.
is helping Liu Bei.
You
When the
inspire us
hell
all.
did he do that? Okay. Jian Yong.
Never thought I'd encounter such a great force.
Where'd he even go? There he is.
That went well. We're making good time.
All right.
Retreat. This is
Not the end.
That's one more stepping stone on my path to true might.
That's Shu Huang's
All right.
thing.
I
He's
think I've got a
seeking
good
true
idea
might.
for what to do next.
He will never tell you what that is, but it's what he wants. We got it. Presumably we're gonna have to double back in a second for some Yuan Shao reinforcements.
I can't tell you how excited I am to be here. I'll show just how beautifully I can handle things.
Yuan Shao's forces. They're sure to be a nuisance if they start attacking the main camp.
Don't know if Guambush is here yet,
Don't
but
think you can beat me that easily.
Zhang He from this from pre-Origins is who is in my head whenever I'm hearing Blue Blanc's S-Craft in Trails, where he shouts, "Die beautifully."
Indeed. You will carry our honor across the land.
That was an impressive effort. I enjoy just watching you out there.
Yep, Guo Jia likes to watch.
To retreat is not necessarily to lose.
That's one more stepping stone on my path to true might.
And Xu Huang likes to step on people. They make a good team.
Oh my. You're no ordinary warrior. Now you've managed to pique my curiosity.
I have never encountered anyone quite like you before.
A true warrior indeed. You will carry our honor across the land.
I feel bad for Travis Willingham, because if you've ever seen him in any sort of Critical Role material, or just any, like, in-person thing, he's incredibly...
Brother, you must escape. I will handle things here.
Forgive me,
charismatic and funny.
I leave the rest to you.
And quick-witted. And yet, in this game, he gets to play Xu Huang and Zhou Tai.
My lord, Liu Bei is trying to escape.
I mean, I'm sure he got paid pretty decently.
Guan Yu is preventing us from pursuing him.
So Guan Yu is staying behind. Good. He'll put up a better fight than Liu Bei could.
Right, yeah, this is what happens. Guan Yu stays behind and gets captured, and that's how he ends up on our side, on South side in Guandu.
There has to be a way to get rid of the enemy in the vicinity. I think I have an idea.
Who do you think you are? You dare get in my way?
I have deemed you a worthy foe. It is our destiny to fight one another.
Mind you, I'm not going to get off my horse.
I hope you make it out okay.
This land has fallen in the name of my master.
If that's the case, why didn't you name your master? Wasn't really in his name if his name didn't come into the picture.
Your wits are a match for mine.
No, but I believe my massive murder axe will do the job.
You will carry our honor across the land. My lord, we are ready to attack the castle gates.
Good.
Good. Let's take down those gates.
And now we use the catapults.
Yes! Brilliant work.
How many rocks do we think? 3 or 2? 1. Although I think the other one did it too. So oh, come on. What's the maximum length? You tell me I can't break this one with this one. Come on! You suck. Fine. I will walk all the way over. At least it's only one hit per. And then base full of archers. Guess we can also take it.
This land has fallen in the name of my master.
Alright. Go beat up Guan Yu and put this incredibly interesting battle to an end. Yeah, no, they really didn't have anything to do with Xu Huang at all, did they?
suffer my wrath. I have never seen such determination. I can...
I think that's enough.
My lord.
Master Xu Huang, this fight isn't over yet.
Look at that. He's not running. The god of war indeed. Loyal to the very last. Lord Cao Cao has great interest in you. In fact, why not just come and join our forces right now?
I would never.
What if your surrender were needed to save Liu Bei? Lord Cao Cao is determined to pursue Liu Bei. He has even taken his family hostage. You can bide your time fighting Xu Huang if you like. Or you can join Lord Cao Cao and distract him from his pursuit of Liu Bei.
But I...
Master Guan Yu, as you say, our fight isn't over yet. I must train so that I am a better match for you when next we meet.
Basically,
there is no enemy that cannot be defeated. You must be persistent.
You are to be...
that was more about the other two than it was about Xu Huang. But, sadly, Xu Huang was only keeping us safe from greater horrors, because it's now time to play as Da Qiao. Normally I would do a run through all of the outfits. I guess I still will. They're not terrible outfits. It's just, you know, this is not an adult, and that is bad. But Da Qiao is the least of the two in terms of how offensive. Because at the very least, she has an older personality. That's not... I'm not saying that there's anything good about this, I'm just saying that the other one's worse, okay? To be very clear, I'm just saying that the other one's worse. This character, if this character acted exactly the way she did, but physically looked like a 25-year-old, I would have zero problems. I wouldn't like her because she would still, you know, fighting with a feather, not feather, but fighting with like a paper fan and you know, doesn't really have, doesn't really sell a battlefield. Although you could say that about Wei's women as well, because, you know, Sai Wenji fights with a harp, right? But at least there's sort of like a magic aspect to that. She's casting, like, darkness bolts and things, and she's got, like, a determination about her that I like. Diao Chan fights with something vaguely weaponish. Lian Shi fights with something vaguely weaponish. Well, she fights with a weapon, she fights with a crossbow. Sun Shengxiang fights with chakrams, like... There's always something that makes it make sense, except for these two. But yeah. The only thing that's bad about this one is her height and her like, childish features. The other one has a personality problem as well, but we'll get there.
I'm ready to go.
Having seized Wan Castle, Sun Ce lies in wait for his enemy Liu Xun at Mount Shisai. Before Liu Xun's army can arrive, quickly capture bases in order to gain a foothold in the battle against his forces.
The officers Sun Ce and Liu Xun had a long history between them. When they both served under Yuan Shu, Sun Ce was ordered to invade Lujiang. However, despite his success, it was Liu Xun who was made prefect of Lujiang. When Yuan Shu died, Liu Xun absorbed all of his troops into his own army. Determined to strike out on his own, Sun Ce looked to add those troops to his own forces.
I'm sure Liu Xun loved that.
Was away from his base of Wan Castle, Sun Ce moved in and seized it for himself.
Please note this is another Wan Castle.
Preparing to ambush Liu Xun's army as it hurriedly returned to the castle.
Like, the Battle of Wan Castle, people will refer to that most as the one where Dian Wei dies, where Cao Cao gets ambushed. That Wan Castle is, like, over to the west. That's well, north and west. There's just two castles and they're both named Wan.
Only by expanding the size of his forces could he set out to unite the land for the sake of his family, friends, and new wife, Da Qiao.
Did we mention he's married?
However, the blossoming flower by Sun Ce's side would find itself gently trembling amidst the winds of chaos emanating from the battlefield.
Also, yeah, the language they use to describe these characters. The blossoming flower by Sun Ce's side. Da Qiao, Battle of Mount Shisai. And here she is. Let's do a sweep of the talk-to-ables.
Where did Master Huang Gai go?
We get rid of one menace to the land, and another one appears. Is there no end to this fighting?
Bringing his wife to the battlefield? Has my brother gone mad?
Have you met your sister?
Our Lord's always so worried. Instead of worrying about other people, you should worry about nothing.
The first stage of the plan has gone well. Now for the next one. It will be a contest to claim these extra men for our army. Can we beat Cao Cao to this goal?
My sister uses an actual fucking weapon. Okay, well, yes, there is that, but it does sound funny to me. Like, don't get me wrong, there's plenty of gacha games where hordes of anime girls fight a war together. But I feel like when the entire cast is anime girls, the situation is probably different. I don't know. Those games are probably horrible too. I don't play them. But, It is very, very awkward in this game that is not like that for 90% of the time to just suddenly have these two girls in it. It's been a problem since they were added. A lot of games get away with it by the fact that they almost never show up unless you play as them. Like, they're never just hanging out. Some of them they are, but yeah, and a lot of them it's like they're almost like a hidden secret or something. Like, you have to seek out the cows to have to deal with them.
Where's Our Lady's lovely bodyguard today? I was looking forward to seeing her.
Ce seems to be adjusting to married life quite nicely. Take good care of my brother.
What do you mean by that?
It's me again! I'm doing great, but you seem a little down. Cao Cao's men won't just let us have this land. We must remain on full alert. I'm sorry, milady. I don't mean to worry you.
Well, we're not fighting Cao Cao, but yeah, a lot of the time when you're not fighting Cao Cao just turns up halfway through to fight you anyway.
I like the look of this horse, you know?
Which one? The one you're looking at, or the three identical ones next to it?
Good girl, good girl.
Of all the missions to have that line, but yes, he's referring to the horse.
Master Huang Gai has served our land since the Yellow Turban Rebellion. Huh, I wasn't even alive back then. It's the first time I've ever met the two Qiao sisters. They're both absolutely delightful.
Okay, shut up. That's an interesting, like, calling attention to the passing of time and suggesting that, hey, at least 20 years have gone by. Which is interesting in the face of the characters not aging and the fact that Huang Gai starts out at 70, according to this game.
When our Lord's father died, I was so worried about him. But he finally seems to have recovered now.
This will be the first step in Lord Sun Ce's recovery.
Master Zhou Yu has found a wonderful wife, and this will only bring him closer to Lord Sun Ce as well.
It's wonderful to see the men of the Sun family finding such happiness.
Yeah, yay, we're all a bunch of... Anyway,
It seems the troops have something tangible to fight for at last. This is good news indeed.
Also, yeah, Sun Ce and Zhou Yu did not deserve to have their characters cheapened in this way. That's what sucks.
I'm going to make a name for myself in this battle. And then I'm going to find myself a cute young wife.
You could just say cute wife.
I wish I had a lovely young wife of my own.
God!
I probably need to be making more money first, though.
Why is that the adjective? Anyway, there she is.
Lord Zhou Yu is such a lucky man.
No!
I wish I had a wife like his.
Ugh.
I shall protect you, Xiao Qiao. Nobody shall lay as much as a finger on you.
Are we ready? I'm not ready. Hitting the button now.
I love you. I'm so happy when we're together. Xiao Qiao gets along so well with Lord Zhou Yu. I wish I was a little more like her.
Married women, everybody! That was a 5-year-old. Yep! It's bad. Don't like it. It's bad. Hate these characters.
Da Qiao, come with me. I want you to be at my side even on the battlefield.
But I'm...
But that's the difference. The voice actor playing Da could do the exact same performance and sell an adult character. The voice actor playing Xiao? No. No.
Don't worry. I'll be there to protect you.
My lord.
I almost forgot. Enemy reinforcements are on their way. We better go stop them. I'm usually not much for strategy.
Anyway, the weapon. This is the Iron Fan, and we have the Royal Sampler. Which... The localization team definitely named that.
But here goes nothing. First things first. We need to secure some territory of our own. Everyone, follow me. Here we go, Da Qiao. I want you to stay close to me, understand? All right, this base is ours. Someone stay behind to defend it.
The son of Sun Jian is nothing to worry about. We'll show them how powerful we are. My lord, leave the defense of the main camp to me.
Do not allow the main camp to fall. Well, I mean, if Chung Bu's gonna take care of it, I don't have to worry, right?
Way to go!
This definitely isn't a themed Hanafuda deck. Nobody in the West knows what they are.
Let's keep this up.
Well, that's because it's the Royal Sampler.
Reinforcements are heading this way. Take that base before they get here. We're almost done, everyone.
Pretty close. I'll have to try and repel them.
One of them did, in fact, go into the camp. Well, it's fine. I'm on my way from misery to happiness today.
Only an idiot would isolate himself on the battlefield. Prepare to die.
Oh, and of course her Muso line is the ever-intimidating, "Stay away from me, will you?"
Let's go teach those thieves a lesson.
Yeah, we're doing some tropes here, aren't we?
Looks like those reinforcements came. All right, let's put our plan in motion.
Panda Sun, Panda Moon.
The time has come. Destroy the
That's
enemy.
definitely a card. I know, I've seen those cards in the Yakuza games, because they have Hanafuda decks for some gambling games.
I'll finish them all off.
Oh, I got him.
This is our chance. Destroy the enemy.
I'm trying to remember what the games are called. Is it Koi Koi? Is there a game do you play a game called Koi Koi with those cards?
True strength. His words are motivating everyone. I'm afraid of fighting, but I want to be able.
There's 4 games. 2 of them are dice games. I think those are called Chohan and Silo. And then there's 2 card games. One of them's called Koi Koi, and I do not know what the other one is.
To motivate people like Sir.
Okay, everyone. Let's show them what we've got.
My name will eventually be known by everyone in this land. You've done well. Now let's push the attack.
Koi Koi was the one I liked.
Isn't it fun to be out here on the battlefield?
Fucking no! It's war! People are dying!
You know, I envy your courage.
I don't envy your fucking brain damage.
Amazing. I hope I'm as tough as you are when I grow up.
Prison. Put them in prison.
There are so many enemies. Do we really have a chance to win?
Not to worry. This is nothing.
I have the brains of a 5-year-old, so senseless violence is great. Yeah.
So, what am I gonna do with you?
You could have a character like her in the game, and have her be a joke character that was just like this kid that wanders onto the battlefield and kills everybody and thinks it's a great game. Fine. That's fine. You could also have a character's wife and have that be fine, like Yue Ying or Zhen Ji. But you can't do both those things in the same character.
They will need me in the next fight.
Okay, that's a pretty good move, so I'll give her that.
That is all for today.
I'm much tougher than I look.
Liu Shuin will go down soon. This is going to be the final push.
Because of you, Sun Ce will only grow stronger.
I'm worried I'm just holding him back. But I will support him in everything he does.
That's incredible. All right. I'm not going to lose to you.
I must retreat. This is not the end.
Just 4 more officers, and then we can take a break with Guo Jia before we have to go play as the
You will learn
worst
to
Kiao.
regret this moment.
Oh, there's Guo Jia.
I am Guo Jia.
Yeah, I know.
I should like to face you in battle.
At the very least, I think Xiao Qiao has the same weapon, so I might just give her a random, completely inappropriate weapon just for the funny image of her swinging some
The
giant
troops are beginning to panic.
stick around.
This will take longer to quell than I thought.
Well done. You embolden our forces with your bravery.
Yeah, you can see she's got the same
This area
fan.
belongs to us now.
Don't come any closer!
Okay, it's time for me. I swore I wouldn't let Suh down.
Real good showing there.
Take that!
Da Qiao, are you all right?
My lord! Thank you.
Also, yeah, she calls him my
I'm
lord.
sorry about that. I made you come out here even though I knew you don't like to fight.
What the fuck?
The fighting does scare me, but I am the proud wife of Sun Tzu. So, I'm going to fight alongside you.
Da Qiao. That's why I love you so much.
My lord.
You and I will be together forever.
Honestly, I'm afraid, but running won't solve anything.
You are to be...
That's why I've chosen murder. Right. Guo Jia. Back in his normal outfit, but we do have... That's a surprising one. That's very Wei. That's too Wei. I like the palette swap here, though. He looks kind of like he just stepped out of Devil May Cry. And also he works for either Wu or Lu Bu, depending on whether you highlight the red or the black. We'll go with the classic, though.
Well, I guess we can't stay here all day.
I think it's important to go with the classic for him, because I assume he's going to have lots of cutscenes, or at least one... He's going to have a bit more focus because he's new. It's campaign against the Yuans. Following their father's death, Yuan Shao's 3 sons have continued the resistance against Cao Cao. Defeat the leader of the 3 brothers, Yuan Shi, the guy whose wife Cao Cao's son stole, and send the next generations of Yuans to meet their father in the afterlife. I think this battle is his death, around when he died. Like, Yuan Shao... The thing to remember about the Yuan Shao thing that they gloss over is that Yuan Shao was beaten in 200, and it took them 8 fucking years to track his sons down and finish them off. Like, that is part of the problem of Cao Cao's rise to power, is that the Yuan sons bogged them down ridiculously. Because it's like 207, 208 that they wrap that up, and then immediately they go chase Liu Bei and they do Changban and Chibi. Like, Chibi is 208. Finishing off the Yuans is in, I think, 207, 208. And Guandu was 200. Like... It's an incredible gap. And Guo Jia dies up north because of how far they have to go to bring those fuckers down.
Following the death of Yuan Shao, his family was thrown into turmoil as his sons fought to be the sole heir. Having defeated Yuan Shao at Guandu, Cao Cao was not about to lose the momentum he had gained.
I literally just explained to you how that is exactly what happened.
And looked to take advantage of the situation. So he set out with his troops and advanced on Liang, where Yuan Tan and Yuan Shang had taken refuge. He was determined to eradicate the Yuan family once and for all. As they approached this decisive battle, Cao Cao's forces were in high spirits. Among them, one young officer was in particularly good humor. His love of wine, women, and war was without equal. He was also an unparalleled strategist, highly regarded by Cao Cao himself. This young man's name was Guo Jia.
Let's just say he was Cao Cao's sickest strategist.
The enemy is responding to our attack. So, what to do?
Yuan Shao's sons have overcome their differences. That's what the letter says? Have no fear, my lord. Their quarreling will begin again soon.
When you say it, you make it all sound so simple.
Still, this is some fine weather. On a day like this, I just want to drink and talk to the ladies.
What are the Ma's
Is
doing
that
here?
what you want to do?
Ma Chao, wouldn't you agree? I see. You prefer to keep your desires a secret.
Guo Jia, please don't start any silly rumors.
Agreed. Your humor doesn't sit well with everyone.
So the colors here are a bit confusing. Yeah, at this stage, the three that just walked in are all from Xiliang in the northwest. I don't know why they're here. Ma Chao, son of Ma Teng. Ma Dai, his cousin, I think. And then this is Pong De, who's one of their generals. And yeah, they're all on the same side. They all work together. These are the guys that Cao Cao fights at Tong Gate later, because he's conquering that area and the whole Ma Teng thing happened with his execution. And again, yeah, Pong De is recruited afterwards, and Ma Chao and Ma Dai flee south, where they end up joining somebody else who wears green. So they're just wearing the wrong colors right now. They don't have brown, but they'd probably all be wearing brown if they invested in a Xiliang army.
I guess not.
I guess right now the Northwest is still at peace with Cao Cao, so maybe they've hired them or they're doing something up here. I don't know why they're here. They're probably here because Pong De has been added, and therefore they wanted to give him more to do.
I've got nothing to worry about, with you in charge of this battle.
I won't disappoint you, my lord. Although once we are victorious...
It has already been arranged for. We'll enjoy a bottle of the finest wine to celebrate our victory.
My lord, you certainly know what drives me. Of course, don't forget the beautiful dancing maidens either.
Well said. I see you also know how to properly enjoy a victory in battle.
By the way, my lord, what an excellent echo this place has. Of course. Only the finest in acoustics for my battle tents.
Although he appears to lack sincerity, Master Guo Jia is one of our Lord's most trusted officers. That alone is proof enough of his ability.
Why, thank you. I don't know why you felt the need to say that directly to my face, as though it was about somebody else, but I'm flattered.
We're prepared to attack at any time. We'll set out as soon as we receive the order.
You came all the way here just to tell me that? You need to lighten up a bit.
I'm not sure how much more of him I can take.
Oh no! Guo Jia has upset the young master. It's already hard enough trying to get him to relax. Is Master Ma Dai always like this? How does he stay so cheerful?
Probably drugs.
I heard Yuan Shao's sons don't see eye to eye. I have my doubts their union will last.
Well, not when the Cao Cao Union Buster gang is heading in to crack some heads.
Rumor has it that Lord Guo Jia has never lost a battle. They're calling him the invincible strategist.
Extremely funny that they got Quentin Flynn to voice that random character, because it sounds like Guo Jia was just putting on a voice to glaze himself.
Holding a party for all of us, even us lowly soldiers. This is so generous. But my lord, I hope you didn't overdo it last night. You look a little pale.
Oh, no, that's not the drink. That's just the tuberculosis.
I'm constantly hearing rumors of Guo Jia's love affairs. He must be a busy man.
I can't quite decide whether I'm going to be the next Ma Dai or the next Peng De. Which do you think suits me?
Well, I think of those two characters, there are 4 names total. One of those 4 names is the most likely outcome for you in this battle. Die.
I'd say you look like the next nameless peon who gets mowed down by a rampaging enemy.
Sometimes the games tell my jokes for me.
It will be a true honor to witness Ma Chao the Splendid at close quarters.
It seems the men of Xiliang all like to keep their heads protected.
Does that strike you as strange?
That's Master Peng De over there. They seem to have no shortage of mighty officers in Xiliang.
Is it normal for Central Plains soldiers to just leave their heads wide open for beheading?
Hey there, it's me. Oh, come on, don't look at me like that. Surely you must remember me.
Is anybody else sick of that?
The fact that Ma Chao is here must mean that his father respects Lord Cao Cao.
Well, yeah. If only Ma Chao respected his father.
I think I've caught a cold. Don't come too close.
Have this man executed.
These horses are all so well trained. No wonder their cavalry is so renowned. Master Ma Chao brought these horses with him. I've never seen such beautiful specimens.
I hear Master Guo Jia wanted to join Yuan Shao at first. Of course, he soon realized that was a bad idea.
Imagine if Yuan Shao had a really charismatic, one-of-a-kind officer that managed to turn everybody's heads on that kind of thing. Guo Jia might have joined Yuan Shao after all in that universe. And then we'd really be in trouble.
I hear he and Lord Cao Cao hit it off from the start. They stayed up all night debating political philosophy.
Plus, they like all the same things. It's like they were destined to be together.
We just get small hints of gay, as opposed to the big thumping sledgehammers that Origins was doing.
See that officer over there? He's so stubborn. He's a real thorn in our strategist's side.
Master Guo Jia, your demeanor tends to be somewhat harsh at times, if I may be so blunt.
That's the genuine opposite of him, but okay.
And you tend to be somewhat uptight at times. You should loosen up a bit.
Such impudence! This is what I'm talking about. You're always...
Hey, there's no need to get so upset. You will tire yourself out before the battle has even begun.
I don't know how I can work with you. I prefer you don't talk to me until the battle is over.
Time to go. Let's hope we can have a little fun out there.
Understood.
Zhang He does his best, yes. Oh, hey, we're at
We
Dingzhou.
brothers are united by a
Except
bond
no, we're
of
not.
blood. We can easily repel Cao Cao if we work together.
You're absolutely right. We will stand together as one and destroy our enemy.
Oh yeah, the weapon. Yeah. So this is the Orb and Scepter, which is a weird one. We get the curler as the joke weapon.
Taking out Yuan Shi will break the bond between the three brothers.
But the main takeaway is it's a cup and ball, but magic.
I must retreat. This is not the end.
Victory is sweet.
Also, his Muso gives people blue balls.
Prowess is undeniable. I doubt I have ever seen anything like it.
Now, isn't this more interesting than Sword?
You believe your wits are a match for mine? To retreat is not necessarily to lose.
No, but can we drop the body out of the ball, please, so that he can give me his loot? Thank
Victory
you.
is sweet.
I do like how they characterize Guojia. He really, for a character who was added this late, like comparatively, he's like the 50th, 60th person they've added.
The Yuan have asked us not to let anyone through.
Just
A dying man who's enjoying every bit of life he can.
as I
It's a good
suspected, the
setup.
Wuan are involved. This needs to be taken care of quickly.
You have no one to watch your back. Then die.
And his weapon is a ball game. Like, perfect. I did not give you red hair. Whoops. Oh well, we're still powerful. And to be honest, the Hexmark horse kinda suits this style. Although I don't know if this is Guojia's death, actually. It might not be, or it might be.
Yuan Shi's main camp is nearby. We won't get this place up without a fight.
You must be longing to die. Finish things up.
Blue ball!
So you are my next opponent. I'll crush you like all of the others.
A protracted battle won't do us any good. We need to quickly defeat Yuan Shi.
I will, but, you know, nobody's helping me up the mountain, so I'm taking as long as I'm taking.
You fight with spirit, but I will stomp you like an ant.
Many blue balls!
Aren't you tired of being the mediator between two imbeciles? Why don't I make your life easier?
By ending it.
How dare you speak to me that way? I'll silence you for good!
I hope you enjoy.
Don't worry, the disease is doing that.
I have failed to avenge my father. How pathetic.
Also, we took your
My
wife.
Lord Yuan Shi has been killed by Cao Cao's forces. Cao Cao's forces are that strong? Brother, you go out there and take care of them.
Why me? You go first.
She'd like you to know that Cao Cao's son has a much bigger dick. I wouldn't know, though. I've only seen his father's. What?
I can't believe this. They're actually quarreling during a battle.
Guo Jia was right all along. I'm impressed with his insight.
I think everything worked. If we're going to attack, it has to be now. Liu Biao might bring Liu Bei with him. We need to finish things up before he does.
I say we go kill the brother in the northeast first. He seems easier to reach than the other one that's up a mountain.
I don't know what you're getting at. I'm already doing my best out here. Look.
You guys better keep an eye out for the enemy.
I think the enemy might be here.
I shall return. Remember that. For yours is the first head I shall seek.
Head guy!
You will learn to regret this moment. My father favored me over my brother. I owe it to him to defend our proud family.
I hope you enjoy.
That's true. That was the problem.
Warrior of the Three Kingdoms.
Shang was the youngest, and Yuan Shao favored him, and you're not supposed to do that. So it was the classic legitimacy snarl where the oldest was like, well, I should inherit because I'm the oldest, and the youngest was like, well, I should inherit because Dad said so. And the oldest was like, Dad's dead. And the youngest was like, shut up. And then they fought. And the middle was like, ugh, guys, can we focus on getting my wife back? And the other two were like, no.
After all my father did for me, what a shame to die without fulfilling his wishes.
Yuan Shang was defeated? I was just bickering with him a short while ago.
We are now allied with Lord Liu Bei. Our enemy is none other than Cao Cao.
They're here. It looks like they're going after the main camp. We must stop them.
Yeah, we should.
Guo Jia knew Liu Biao would come. He never fails to amaze me with his insights.
Yep, that's why I'm invaluable and irreplaceable.
Are you ready to face me? I'll take care of them all. Your rampage ends here. You will fall before the Dragon of Shu.
Is that what happened? What do you mean Dragon of Shu? You don't have Shu yet.
I seek a greater future, though you may mock it. For the sake of that
Where do you get
future,
Shu
I
from?
will flee.
Or do you mean the Dragon of Shoes, because he used to be a sandal maker? Maybe that's what he meant. Well, the last Yuan was kind enough to get off of his stupid windy mountain. You think he'd have jumped down the middle and done it the Huangzhong way, but oh well. We can't all be legendary.
You have truly earned your reputation. I hope such a display will boost the morale of our troops.
Whammity boomity.
I must retreat. This is not the end.
You will learn to regret this moment.
Don't think I will.
I am the eldest son of the esteemed Yuan family. You commoners kneel before me.
I think you'll find you're the last son of the esteemed Yuan family.
You have been right about the enemy's actions all along. Forgive me for doubting you earlier.
This battle with everything you've got.
Hong De got fucked up. Look at him, he's nearly dead.
It seems that I have caused you to worry. Please.
Oh, he healed.
Forgive me.
So I still got the combat medic power.
With a warrior's pride, I must try and match your valor.
Oh, we get a movie.
It would appear my time's up.
The foresight you possess. It is most amazing. It is like you are some kind of prophet.
All I did was capture a single strategist.
Such modesty. I don't think there's anything that doesn't go your way. Am I right?
Not at all. There are many things that don't go my way, just like everyone else. However...
How come I always get the icky organs?
Isn't that what life's about?
Well, they don't kill him on screen, but they imply it.
Whenever I do something, whether it's fighting battles or anything else in life.
You are to be rewarded for your efforts.
Interesting. All right, one more before we can go back to Liu Bei. Unfortunately, it is the baby wife. At least her outfits aren't like hypersexualized or anything. Like that's, I guess, Little Red Riding Hood. What I always found interesting is that she doesn't wear red, she wears orange. And I think that's meant to separate her from her sister, but it also separates her from the entire rest of the game. Like, she doesn't look like she belongs to Wu. Anyway, what can we give her as a weapon? The arm blade is the boat thing. The spiked shield is for Cao Ren. What's the pugil stick? Generate balls of energy. So let's just go with the mace. Neptune's bounty. Let's just whack a big fish at people. There's also an electric guitar. We could try the Rock God. We'll try those two.
Okay, let's go.
But yeah, this last one here on this second list is Tong Gate stuff, so we'll start doing those once we finish Liu Bei's story. But we'll get this one done because it's set during Chibi, The allied forces of Sun Quan and Liu Bei are lying in wait for Cao Cao's massive navy along the shores of the Changjiang at Chibi. The key to their success lies in Zhuge Liang's inventive plot. Protect Zhuge Liang, assist him, calling forth the southeast wind. Prayer ceremony defense.
The waters of the Changjiang found themselves filled with Cao Cao's navy, the sheer size of which had never been seen before. Opposing this massive force was the hastily formed alliance of Sun Quan and Liu Bei.
By that we mean Sun Quan with Liu Bei begging for asylum.
In order for the allied forces to emerge victorious, they would need a plan to help overcome their considerable size disadvantage. And more than anything, they required luck. With the battle before him, the Wu strategist Zhou Yu instructed his wife Xiao Qiao to remain behind where it was safe. It was the sign of a husband's love, not wishing to see his wife get hurt. However, she ignored her husband's request and headed to the battlefield of Cherbi. It was the sign of a wife's love, wishing to be there by her husband's side as he faced certain death. And it soon became obvious that she could be the source of that luck that the Allies so desperately needed.
Did you see the size of Cao Cao's army? I don't think we stand a chance.
I heard we're using a fire attack, but can't actually trigger it until Zhuge Liang finishes his prayer ceremony. The way the wind is blowing right now, we'll be putting ourselves in danger. He's hoping to change its direction.
Is such a thing even possible?
Who knows? If his prayers don't work, we're done for.
Well, when you're down to relying on thoughts and prayers, uh-oh.
I hope Lady Da Qiao is all right. She hasn't been the same since she lost her husband. Many of our finest officers are already fighting on the front lines.
It's me.
What? I'm not a stalker or anything. I'm always looking out for you.
Don't say that to her.
When I see how positive Lady Xiao Qiao always is, it makes me ashamed of my own cowardice.
Her courage is born of her innocence. You and I have seen too much to be like her. He's not crying. He's just really seasick. If we lose this battle, the land will belong to Cao Cao. I don't even want to think about it.
Did you see the size of...
Who knows?
What are we doing? Sitting around waiting for some wind to blow? Let's just light the ships on fire already.
I believe we were on a boat in the prep stages for Chibi, Wu and Wei. We weren't for Shu because we were at the altar. But I think Chibi were normally on a boat.
You idiot! If we light the fires now, we'll all be burned to a crisp.
What are we doing? Sitting around waiting?
Some people say that Chao Xuan is the father of the two Chao sisters. All that's known for sure is that they come from Wan County.
Why don't you fucking ask them?
Cao Cao's forces are powerful indeed. I can't but feel we've been tricked into this.
Like, that's a historical lore line. They do a lot of them. But, like, what he's trying to say there is that, yeah, in terms of historical records, the Chao sisters aren't fully documented. But that's... You don't say that from the perspective of a soldier on the field at the time. The reason why they weren't documented is because nobody did it at the time. At the time when they were alive and right there, you could have been like, hey, where are you girls from? What's your dad's name? You know?
Cao Cao's...
We talk to him.
Lord Sun Quan is young and naive. I fear he has misjudged the situation.
The fate of this battle rests entirely upon the success or failure of Lord Zhuge Liang's incantations.
I don't mind Lord Liu Bei, but that strategist of his? Never mind. Forget I said anything.
Are you concerned about the prayer ceremony too? I just hope it works.
Our soldiers are desperately tired. It is only thanks to Lord Zhou Yu that we have made it this far.
Our lord seems calmer and more composed than I thought he'd be. That makes me feel a little more at ease.
A little.
The fire attack is the only way we can defeat Cao Cao. We must do everything we can to make the prayer ceremony a success. We are doomed otherwise.
If the wind does not blow from the southeast, the fire attack will fail. The ceremony must succeed. We will need to watch out for any interference from the enemy.
What's this prayer thing everyone's talking about? What happens if it doesn't work?
If the prayers fail and we are unable to summon the winds, we will all be at Cao Cao's mercy.
So that means we'd lose the battle, right? No way, we can't lose. We just can't.
If the...
Xiao Qiao, this battle is very dangerous. I want you to stay here where it's safe.
No. Hey, sis. Why don't the two of us go help this Zhuge Liang guy?
No, it's too dangerous for us out there. Besides, Lord Zhou Yu would be worried if he heard we were out there.
But we'll lose this battle if we just sit here and do nothing. I'm sure Lord Zhou Yu would be pleased if we helped ensure this prayer thing actually worked.
You might be right, but it's so dangerous out there.
Okay, let's go then. Lord Zhou Yu will praise us for this.
I am off to begin my incantations. Keep an eye out for Cao Cao's forces.
I'm going to make Lord Zhou Yu proud of me by helping this Zhuge Liang guy.
Xiao Qiao, wait for me! I'm coming with you!
Why, look! A cute little girl has wandered onto the field. Go home, little girl, before you get hurt.
If you ask me, you're the one who looks like a little girl.
Why don't you go home to your father? My father? I'm married! What the fuck? That's horrifying! Whew, I'm going to put him in prison.
Xiao Qiao! Our friends have been surrounded by the enemy! We have to go help them!
Admittedly, I did kind of go the wrong way, but that's fine.
What? We're doing fine. Well, you're here now, so let's go wipe them out.
Oh, aren't you all fired up? We will try to keep up with you.
I'm terrified to use her Muso, but I'm gonna have to, right?
Well, well, aren't you a tough one? Now it's time for me to kick it up a notch.
Are you the Zhuge Liang everyone's talking about? Have no fear, I've come to help.
Well, if it isn't Zhou Yu's lovely wife, thank you for your support.
Alright, let's see what the Muso's like.
Tremendous! I'm glad to have your support.
It's not too bad.
You believe your wits are a match for mine?
Another spirit bomb. That's fine.
Not bad, sis. I'm going to have to work harder to keep up.
I will begin preparing for the prayer ceremony here. Please keep an eye out for the enemy.
Do not let anyone kill Zhuge
Lady
Liang.
Xiao Qiao has been seen near the altar.
What? Xiao Qiao, what's going on in that head of yours?
No thoughts,
I
head
am
empty.
worried about her, but I'm afraid I cannot leave my post.
We need to find Zhuge Liang. I know that man is up to something.
The enemy is approaching
let's swap to
altar.
the electric guitar.
We need to stop them.
Charge! Destroy the enemy!
Oh wow, it's Wenji's here.
I suppose I have no choice in the matter. I shall be your opponent.
Yeah, sometimes the game is like, hey, it's a girl battle. The other girls that don't normally show up can show up now.
The situation is more serious than I thought. Looks like I better go out there myself.
You know, the girls, like Xu Huang.
We did it! It always makes me happy when we work together.
I mean, I guess working together is alright. Yeah, I think a character assassinates the enemy strategists a bit that they think defeating the praying man is going to stop the wind from changing. Although I guess they don't fully know what he's doing.
That's why I like coming out to the battlefield. You never know what you'll find.
Surprise guest? I don't know why, but I feel like you just made fun of me.
The enemy appears to have gotten weaker. I don't think they'll last much longer.
To retreat is not necessarily to lose.
Here, I'll help you retreat by sending you down the fucking road. Ah, yep, this is the quintessential Dynasty Warriors image. 5-year-old girl riding a giant doom horse to battle with an electric guitar in her hands that's bigger than she is.
There you are, Lord Zhou. I'm going to make you proud of me.
Xiao Qiao, what on earth are you doing here? Please, stay somewhere safe.
Is this some kind of joke? Who would send a little girl out into battle like this?
Hey, I came here on my own. You'll regret underestimating me.
Xiao Qiao, where did you get red hair from? Don't worry about it!
The preparations
Again,
for the
like, she'd be a great
incantations
character
are
if she
complete.
wasn't someone's wife.
I thank everyone for
That's
making
what I
it
hate.
possible.
Yay! Lord Zhou is sure to be happy about
She's
this.
a great joke character, like, she's not...
I shall pull back for now. However, we shall meet in battle again.
Come back later and try again.
She's not portrayed offensively in any other way than her position. Why the fuck does Xiao Qiao have a movie?
Xiao Qiao!
Lord Zhou! Me and my sis here, we helped out some guy named Zhuge Liang. Well, Lord Zhou, you're proud of us, right?
Yes, I am. You were a big help, Xiao Qiao.
I knew it.
For even Da Qiao to be on the battlefield. If our lord were alive, he would be filled with worry.
I can't take it anymore. Losing my dear Tzu in such a strange land.
Oh, sis, without your help, I would have been lost out there. You're by far the strongest girl I know.
Xiao.
Thank you, sister.
Those two are quite the pair. The enemy doesn't stand a chance.
I don't think I'd stand a chance against them either.
There'll be plenty of rewards for everyone if we win.
She's acting exactly like she's like his kid niece, not his wife. Yeah, exactly. And I don't mind that necessarily. I think, like, part of it is you can't like the Qiao sisters are Sun Ce and Zhou Yu's wives. That is fact. That is written. That is history. That is can't not do that if you're going to use those characters. But it's weird because, like, if you took that out, it would be weird, but it would be fine. Like, it would be tonally inappropriate for there to be a 5-year-old acting, or 12-year-old really, joke character who was just a little girl on the battlefield with a sister, with an older sister, who wanted the adult officers to be proud of her and went out into battle and killed a bunch of people and basically, like, did Dynasty Warrior shit so everyone would be proud of her and give her head pats, you know? Like, that's funny, and there's nothing wrong with that, and it's actually entertaining. But... and you can tell that they don't even want her to be his wife because they do everything they can not to talk about it beyond the perfunctory. And when they depict them together, all he does is pat her on the head, like you do a child. But then again, there's also other stuff that's fucked. I don't know. That's... The main problem is that there are no women in the source material who weren't wife. That's actually, like, okay, Tsai Wenji exists. And she does not have a husband in the playable characters. She's more tied to, like, the fact that Cao Cao paid her ransom and the fact that, you know, her dad was an official in the early era. But she still is notable as having been married. Like, I don't know, like, I feel like she's more notable than her husband was. But she's, like, the only one, and it's because she was a celebrated creative. Like, she was an actual, like, artist. So, she's kind of the only one. My favorite, Wang Yi, is also someone who does not have a family member in the main cast, but she is someone's wife in her story. It's just that that dude's dead. But we'll get to her later. Yeah, the reason why I don't really want to talk about Wang Yi too much is because I haven't been introduced to her, because she's not in the main story base game at all. So it's kind of hard to talk about her when nobody has context yet, or at least nobody except me and you. So we'll get to her when we'll get to her. But yeah, Tsai Wenji is a good example of the only one that isn't somebody's wife, concubine, or... And I mean, Sun Shangxiang is mostly someone's daughter and sister more than she is Liu Bei's wife, right? But she is still Liu Bei's wife. But yeah, like, the jumping point of the Qiao sisters is that they're wives to Sun Ce and Zhou Yu. And I can see the vision for having a pair of younger characters to break up the monotony and to kind of, like, bring a different vibe in. But I feel like, yeah, I don't think that's worth the implications of the situation they've created as a result. It's awkward. Like, before I did this story, before I did their this one, I was like, you know, I hate this, it's awful, there's no redeeming qualities. Now that I've done it, I'm like, you know, they actually handled that pretty well. they handled that as well as you could under the circumstances in telling an entertaining story and not doing anything too inappropriate. Except for the opening narration, that was fucked up. I don't know. It's complicated. The character is flawed. Next one's going to be Ma Chao. I'm just going to swap to him so that we start as him and I come back in here. But Legend mode is done for now. Which means we get to play as my favorite Shu character for a little while. We'll play the opening to this one again. We just finished Chibi, so I believe what the overview is going to do is going to talk about Liu Bei conquering a bit of Jing and then moving west to Liuzhong.
And so, Liu Bei obtained the 4 territories of southern Jing, as well as the skilled officers Wei Yan and Huang Zhong.
Yeah, so Wei Yan and Huang Zhong were Liu Biao's people, but by the time Liu Bei encountered them, they had splintered off into serving a minor Jing castle. Not even a warlord, he was just like a dude who owned a castle in Jing, right? From the fact that Jing is fractured. And this dude was, like, the fact that, Wei Yan is introduced to Shu's army by killing the dude he worked for last. What you gotta understand is this dude is not his sworn eternal liege lord. He's not a Lu Bu level traitor. There was chaos here. The guy in charge died. Cao Cao invaded. Cao Cao got driven away. Like, everything is a mess, and Liu Bei was a much more promising candidate, I suppose.
He was also joined by the strategist Pang Tong, who is said to be a match for even Zhuge Liang himself.
My understanding of Pang Tong versus Zhuge Liang, based on how they're described, is Zhuge Liang is a fantastic administrator and country runner, but wasn't actually that good at military strategy. If you actually look at his campaigns, he didn't win them. He's built up as the super genius who's good at everything, but his actual battle tactics, not great. Pang Tong, dead solid fucking opposite. Pang Tong could run an army like no other, but God, he was shit at civilian bureaucracy. Not because he was necessarily super terrible, but because he was lazy and didn't care about it and it didn't excite him. So they are quite different. It's just that Dynasty Warriors doesn't really capitalize on that because you're not allowed to call Zhuge Liang bad at anything. Like, fundamentally in Chinese culture, you can't have Zhuge Liang depicted with any flaw other than workaholism. The only thing he is allowed to do that, well, I guess maybe he can be ruthless in a sense. He can be a little more. He can be a little bit of Liu Bei's sin eater, doing what needs to be done, but he's not allowed to have like a flaw, like the sort of flaw where you look at him and say, "Wow, that makes you less cool as a character." He's only allowed to have the flaws that are kind of like, honorable, such as working himself to death at the age of 54.
Meanwhile, in return for his assistance at Cherbi, Sun Quan demanded that Liu Bei hand over Jing.
Like, what you're supposed to understand about all of Zhuge Liang's losses in the culture and the mythology and the novels is that all of Zhuge Liang's losses weren't Zhuge Liang's fault. They were the fault of circumstances that went wrong. They were the fault of subordinates that fucked up. They were the fault of divine fucking providence, I don't know. But, yeah, it was not his fault. He's genius.
Zhuge Liang replied only that they would eventually return the province, but he did not give a clear answer as to when. Furious though he was, Sun Quan deemed it too dangerous to attack Liu Bei at that time. Instead, he sent his younger sister, Sun Shangxiang, to marry Liu Bei in the hope that it would improve relations between the two kingdoms.
He also sent an assassin, but that didn't work out.
It was then that Liu Bei received a request for reinforcements from Liu Zhang of Yi. Fearful of Cao Cao after his conquering of Guanzhong, he had come to ask his relative Liu Bei for assistance. Zhuge Liang and Pang Tong recommended that they go on the pretense of assisting Liu Zhang, but then attack him instead. The land of Yi to the west, also known as Ba Shu. If Liu Bei could capture that territory, then the land would be divided in three between Cao Cao, Sun Quan, and himself. This was the path to his land of virtue. This was Zhuge Liang's Three Kingdoms strategy. Though he did move to assist Pang Tong and the others, Liu Bei did not attack Liu Zhang. Even standing before Yi's Loa Castle, he did not make a move. For within him was a virtuous heart that he could not turn against.
I do like that we haven't played as Zhuge Liang yet. We actually get to play as Pang Tong sooner.
Mm-hmm.
So you won't consider attacking Chengdu, huh?
I cannot betray Lord Liu Zhang.
But my lord, the people of Yi Province desire your rule.
Silence.
The best line Pang Tong has ever had, in my opinion, it's actually in Dynasty Warriors 4, and Dynasty Warriors 4 is when he first gets this voice actor. He's got the same voice actor through 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and the guy's really good, Richard Cancino, and he just portrays the guy's very laid back, kind of sarcastic fella, you know? Like, brilliant. There's this scene in Dynasty Warriors 4, which was a lot lighter on the cutscenes, to be honest, where Zhao Yun is, like, being really melancholy and, like, either melancholy or, like, philosophical, but he's, like, reflecting on stuff, and he's basically giving this big speech about his feelings and all of that. And he's riding his horse next to Pang Tong, of all people, doing this emotional, like, characterization moment for Zhao Yun. He gets through this big speech, and then Pang Tong just says, in this exact voice, "Good for you!" You pour your heart out and all you get is, "Good for you!" Anyway. He's like a stoner. It's a stoner voice is what this guy has.
My army stays put. That is an order.
Now then, I hope you don't mind helping me out, lads.
Not at all! I crush enemy.
Their skulls or their hopes and dreams? Yes!
I have served Lord Liu Bei faithfully. Never before have I gone behind his back. But I know that this land is essential to his dreams. For my lord, and for my family, I must help us build a land of virtue and benevolence.
6.
I feel sorry for Liu Feng. They bring him in, and now he's not needed.
If anything, he's in the way. I just hope he watches his back.
That's the adoptive son who fell out of favor when Liu Bei started actually achieving success with his own sperm.
It must be difficult for him to turn and attack a relative that asked for his help. However, this is a necessary step for Father to unite the land, and by doing so, create a world of virtue.
Lord Liu Feng is Lord Liu Bei's adopted son. Of course, now Liu Bei has his own son.
Have you seen the vegetable patch over there?
Lord Zhuge Liang is making us grow turnips. They're supposed to be good for us.
That bastard, how dare he?
The contrast couldn't be greater. Our Lord, with his spirit of benevolence, and Liu Zhang, the very picture of incompetence.
7.
We have some former retainers of Liu Zhang in our ranks. They will be valuable in this battle.
This place is known for its natural defenses. The enemy trap could be anywhere.
Lord Zhuge Liang knows about this, right? So the only one who's in the dark is...
Liu Bei's entire army is betraying Liu Bei.
I only hope our lord won't be angry that we didn't tell him about this attack.
I mean, you gotta preserve his plausible deniability on the moral basis, right?
Sometimes families fall apart. It can't be helped.
Sometimes families send their armies to fuck with other members of the family.
Lord Wei Yan is so loyal to our lord. The spirit of benevolence must be strong in him.
Hey.
For Liu Bei, I fight. Enemy, die!
That's the spirit, Wei Yan. But try not to focus too much on achievements. It's the end result that counts.
Wow, Pong Tong, just attack me right in my achievement hunting heart. Dang.
This is dangerous terrain to fight on. We could find ourselves in the hands of an enemy trap.
Understood.
Zhuge Liang being better at administrative work makes Chibi being his best success make sense. He would have paid close attention to the records of the changing winds and would have done what he could to make sure the battle took place there. There was also the my other favorite Chibi story that I'm sure is totally fictional. I that's right. It was adapted by a story about an idea that Sun Quan had, and then it was attributed to Zhuge in the book. Is the arrows, the 100,000 arrows or whatever. They sent boats full of straw that looked like they were attacking over to Cao Cao's on the river, and then Cao Cao's forces fired volleys of arrows at these boats, which then absorbed the arrows and took them home and became Wu arrows. It's interesting that Liu Fang's situation is almost one-to-one that of Hideyoshi's first heir. I've played Samurai Warriors 1 and 2, but I don't have the Sengoku knowledge up and down the same way. So basically, if they weren't a playable character, I don't know their tale. So I know who Hideyoshi is, but I don't know much about his family. Possibly they got added into later Samurai Warriors, and maybe if I ever play the many other adaptations, or research it more in a non-video game light. Common pitfall in agreeing to be the adopted son of a lord. Yeah. Will you become a threat when the vibe changes? Exactly. You're sort of betting on your lord dying early enough that you get everything. That's what you just said. Yeah, gotta hope you outlive the adopted dad. Exactly.
Liu Zhang is merely an indecisive fool. Both the people and even his own men are calling for our lord to replace him. Why?
He is a man of virtue. The situation he now finds himself in is at odds with that virtue. Well, if it is to help him realize his ideals, then I suppose we should pitch in and help him.
Indeed. We simply need to take the castle ourselves. If we do so, then surely he will do what is needed to occupy the lands of Shu. I fight! Please, Liu Bei!
You realize this is the battle he doesn't want us to do, right? At least theoretically.
Lord Wei Yan.
Alright, we're done. I'm gonna quickly take a toilet break though, so I'll be back in a minute, but then we will Luo Castle. Liu Fang probably, I think it's F-E-N-G, probably got it a bit easier. Hideyoshi had his first heir kill himself and then murdered his entire extended household. Well, they both had to kill themselves, but yes. The household murdering I don't think happened for Liu. Including a concubine who had arrived to marry her heir just that day. His heir, rather. She never met her husband. Wow. I'll be back in a sec. One Bush. The most successful admiral in history is connected to the end of the Sengoku period. When it ended, there were a lot of soldiers who are now out of wars to fight. So the newly reunified Japan invaded Korea, where Admiral Yi Sun-sin took command. This war could be summarized as, Japan does really well in it, except when they face Admiral Yi and get slaughtered every single time without sinking a single one of his ships. See, that sort of thing, that's Dynasty Warriors bullshit right there.
I suppose we should get moving. We're likely to be noticed if we just hang out around here.
Understood.
Loa Castle is a near-impregnable fortress, and the enemy knows we are coming.
With my lords Huang Zhong and Wei Yan in our ranks, we cannot fail.
Pang Tong, I will need you to assist Wei Yan. I will make for Luo Castle from the north.
So you're sending me with a guy who can't string a sentence together? Probably for the best.
Lord Wei Yan has been ambushed!
I appreciate his enthusiasm, but Lord Wei Yan needs to realize how valuable he is to our cause.
Yeah, it would suck to die in this battle.
You were called here to help us fight Cao Cao, yet now you turn your blades on us?
You think you can outsmart me? Don't make me laugh.
Woo! You have truly earned your reputation. Such a display will boost the morale of our troops.
Now, just to demonstrate it, here's his other Muso.
Okay, I'm going.
For Liu Bei, I fight, kill, enemy.
Why don't you relax a little, Overzealousness will just play into the enemy's hands. Look at that! Another area added to our collection.
Ah, right. So it was the naval equivalent of when Nobunaga bought a bunch of guns and started using them on Imagawa troops that didn't know what a gun was. The overwhelming victory was not so much because the dude in charge was supernaturally talented. It was because guns versus sticks don't make much of a fight. Firing at cavalry, yes. Horses' legs, vulnerable to bullets. As are their heads and their riders.
Look at that! Another area added to our collection.
Why is it that the guy that says don't focus on achievements is also talking about adding things to his collection? Just a little bit incongruent. Anyway, let's go. He did lose command for a short time, and in that time the new commander managed to basically lose most of the fleet. Alright, so it was him in particular. Yep.
This is as far as you go.
I shall return. Remember that. For yours is the first head I shall seek.
And Ark mentioned Age of Empires. I've still never played that. Maybe I should.
Well,
I've done all of the... Well, I've done the other major pillars of RTS. I've done Commanding and Conquering, and I've definitely done Blizzard games. But Age of Empires just slipped right past my head.
Well, this is a pain in the neck.
Probably because it looked the least cool.
No way through!
There is no point going this way. We must find another path.
No, it jumped really far. I guess we have to take that one to the south, right? Ah, ladder. Found a ladder. Good thing someone put that there.
My lord, more enemy units.
My lord.
Bring forward the thief, Liu Bei. I am here to administer his punishment.
You have truly earned your reputation. Such a display.
It's a strange punishment, your own beating at the hands of his strategist. Using a dustbuster of all things. Oh, let's have you use the crooner, actually.
Look at that! Another area added to our collection.
Got a tripod and everything. Takokazu, you found it hard to go back to traditional RTS after discovering Grand Strategy. CK3 has had you at a chokehold for years. I've still not played it. I do own the base game because Blue Moon bought it for me, which is nice of her, but I'm scared to try it because I do think it will claim me for a while when I do, so it's like, you know. Total War I've been playing a lot of in the last couple of years here and there, mostly. I got into that through the Three Kingdoms adaptation, surprisingly, but more recently, since Three Kingdoms was abandoned, I've been looking at their Warhammer stuff, which is a lot, but a lot of fun as well. Admiral Yi is Guan Yu of the Sea. Did he have a beard? Yeah, I mean, we played CK2 for 6 months on here. We conquered the world. It was a good time in 2020. But I stopped playing Paradox games after 2020 or so. Just haven't come back since. They are. I played EU4 and CK2 a lot. But I didn't play the others.
Lord Wei Yan needs
they're all so damn deep.
our help yet again. With him will go our chances for victory.
Really? We need Wei Yan to win? Why? We've got a lot of big, strong fuckers who can beat people. Most of them can say sentences as well. Uh-oh, Shangran. Uh-oh, ow. I'm sure that's fine.
That wasn't Liu Bei? Oh, and it was such a good shot.
So, there's a thing that they haven't done here. In the story, remember I mentioned that white horse called Hexmark, which is known for being cursed? Yeah, Liu Bei owned that horse. But before this battle, or at least before the battle that was actually written in the novel, like this whole thing about keeping it quiet from Liu Bei isn't... They just made that up for this game. Peng Tong borrowed Liu Bei's horse and was riding that horse during this campaign. Just let you know.
You saved me. You hurt. My fault.
Takokazu, you put 1,000 hours into EU3, and then EU4 changed how things work. Whereas CK3 still worked for you?
You all right? You've been shot.
It's just a scratch. Nothing to worry about. Anyway, I can't die until Liu Bei's dream is realized.
Fight me now, for glory! You saved me! I'm sorry!
You believe your wits are a match for mine? If only Lord Wei Yan hadn't been so foolish.
Yeah, so Wei Yan charges forward, Pang Tong comes to save him, Pang Tong gets shot. At least that's how this game does it. There's a lot of different depictions of how Pang Tong gets hit in this battle, but he always gets ambushed by Zhang Ren's archers.
Pang Zhong is in position to execute the ambush. What should we do?
To ensure the success of his plan, we need to draw out the enemies in front of the castle. But there are a few more of them than I thought. I don't like the idea of going up against them alone.
Oh, astounding!
Lord Zhuge Liang sends news. He has sent Lord Zhao Yun as backup.
Well then, we should clear out the enemy by the river to ensure that he can arrive.
Let's see what you think of this.
You think you can outsmart me? Don't make me laugh.
But yeah, in our CK2 playthrough, we played as the pagan forces of Scandinavia. Took over the entire map in the name of our bear god, and at one point managed to use the horse chancellor event along with culture teaching of kids to foster an outbreak of horse people and put them in charge of several countries.
Fight this battle with everything you will learn to regret this moment.
Hey, I defeated an officer.
I must retreat. This is not the end.
You'll be using CK3's option to give your kingdom up and become an adventurer. Interesting. To do an RP playthrough where you just have an immortal character experiencing the entire historical period. Note, being immortal does not make you immune to the Black Death. Have you ever done the Koei strategy games? Either Three Kingdoms or Nobunaga's Ambition? I have not. But I look at them occasionally and think, wow, they're expensive. And then am sad. Okay, I technically had Romance of the Three Kingdoms 8 as a kid on PlayStation 2. That was not a good game to play on a fucking PlayStation 2. But I tried it a few times and did not get very deep, but I liked it in theory. That's the one they remade recently. I am interested in the remake because it looks like a more accessible version of the thing I remember. But again, they don't make those cheap.
Is a kind man, and as such has his weaknesses. It's
But like just last week, I watched a 3-hour retrospective on Nobunaga's Ambition. I was like, wow, that does look fun to play. It was a retrospective that was also interspersed with the YouTuber's life story, which was weird, but it was a good video.
our job to be his strength.
You came just at the right time. Looks like great minds think alike.
This battle cannot be avoided if my lord is to achieve his goal. I will do what needs to be done.
In that case, let's draw the enemy out.
Let's see what you think of this.
The main thing they're thinking is, ow, and I'm on fire!
You will learn to regret this moment.
Take one step back from here, and we are all doomed. Defend this position with your lives.
Nice job, but still not.
Yeah, we had a good run for most of the Crusader Kings 2 playthrough, where each successive lord had more kills than the previous. Not because I was getting better, but because as the opportunities grew, right? Like, we had a lot of, like, human sacrifice policies, and so, yeah, each successive ruler would just... And these were, I think, named character executions, not, like, battle victories. But, yeah, there was a certain stat that would tell you how many people your characters had killed, and we were constantly topping the murderer list. It was great. There were so many blood games, man!
Fight me now, for glory! I must retreat. This is not the end.
Hey, I defeated an officer.
Were we ever a cannibal? I don't remember.
I must retreat.
One would probably remember if we ate people.
You have truly earned your reputation. Such a display will boost the morale of our troops.
Yeah, that's it. The blood games was what made the kill count so good. Because whenever we hosted a blood games, like 30 people died in them, and all of them were credited to us as the killer because we're the person who put them in the room.
The castle is ours. It seems there are some inside the castle who are fleeing too.
And yeah, we could sacrifice people to our bear god. So most battle victories ended with a cry of, "To the bear!"
I can anticipate your every move.
That is why my Final Fantasy XIV Chocobo is named Otso, which is Finnish for bear. Because we were the followers of Otso in Crusader Kings, and Crusader Kings is what I played right before I picked up 14.
You treacherous thieves! This is how you repay my father?
Most impressive! You are a true warrior of the Three Kingdoms.
What a stunning display of strength! You have earned my respect.
Alright, now the battle's over, and Peng Tong's gonna be just fine. He's definitely gonna recover from his arrow wound.
I must retreat. This is not the end. The castle is lost! Retreat to Chengdu!
Well, well. That was tougher than I thought.
Peng Tong, what have you done?
Got you a castle.
What is this?
Hear those voices, my lord? The people of Yi Province are happy.
These people, they were waiting for me.
Go on. Go to them.
Excellent! This is... You're hurt!
It seems I will be making my exit earlier than planned. Zhuge Liang, it is in your hands.
Yeah, so the bad thing about Peng Tong is that while he is my favorite character in the faction, he's also only around for 5 minutes! Especially when they skip his chibi roll, which they didn't do in Origins, thankfully, but they did here. Because, yeah, in chibi, of course, is not fully on Liu Bei's team yet, but he goes and gets Cao Cao to chain the ships and then ends up joining Liu Bei from there. He then, heads west. He can also have a good role in the conquering of the Jing territories when Dynasty Warriors bothers to adapt that. So that's good too, but Dynasty Warriors very often skips over that, unfortunately. Because, yeah, we then get up to the Luo Castle and Chengdu portion, and halfway through that, Pang Tong takes the hit and dies. Now, the good news is that games that do hypotheticals, he then becomes a bit more important because he'll be a condition, right? He's the obvious condition. And you can logically extrapolate what having an extra strategic mind would do to Liu Bei's forces in the future of this moment. Usually the logical point is that saving Pang Tong here allows Fan Castle to go better, because the main reason Fan Castle goes badly is that Shu is divided between Jing and the West, and in Hanzhong fighting against Cao Cao, and so Guan Yu's kind of on his own. Guan doesn't have any brains up there, whereas if Pang Tong gets to be there. Problem is, they also like to put Shu back in his army as well, so then there's even more minds to help, and you don't get quite as much focus on Pang Tong, because apparently the writers like Shu better, which is a shame. But, yeah, there's ways to make him more relevant, but a game like this that just does the history. Hi, Pang Tong. Bye, Pang Tong. Okay, that was fun, wasn't it?
Though Pang Tong was lost, cheers of joy from Liu Bei's army and his peasant followers flooded Loa Castle.
Yeah, they hated that guy.
Liu Bei could not help but think that this was not the right path.
Oh, God, mate.
But to avenge Pang Tong's death, and to answer the fervent desires of the people of Yi, Liu Bei advanced his army on the Yi capital of Chengdu. For he had finally made up his mind to attack Liu Zhang. Meanwhile, hearing of Pang Tong's death, Zhuge Liang left Guan Yu in charge of Jing and set out to join the battle. He joined up with Liu Bei, and together they looked to swiftly capture Chengdu.
Because, yeah, that's the other thing. Zhuge Liang wasn't actually going to be part of this. Pang Tong was in charge.
Driven by the lost dreams of his fallen friend and ally, the dragon would soar over the hills of Yi, where the feathers of the phoenix lay scattered in the wind.
And that poetic nonsense is because Zhuge Liang is called the dragon and Pang Tong was called the phoenix. Although the phoenix didn't fucking rise from any ashes, now did he?
Your Chengdu, Yi province will be ours. Lord Liu Bei will finally have a country of his own. And with the land divided in three...
Could you speak up? I can't hear you over the music.
Then...
I bring news. Lord Zhang Fei has gone to Lord Liu Bei's aid. Our troops await your orders.
Very well. All forces, advance. I know waging this battle violates the principles of justice and honor.
But fuck that. Right, we are the war fan wielder himself, the sleeping dragon, Zhuge Liang, the magic man who came to town. That's his joke weapon, the high flyer. It has a man's face on it. We also have the cool breeze, which might be jokey as well, but anyway. His Muso attacks are thunder and lightning based. Thunderbolt and lightning strike, very, very frightening strike, me. That's, yeah.
But we need Yi province. Begin marching toward our target. I do not want anybody to fall behind.
And he shoots bolts of light.
Lord Liu Bei's virtue is known to the people of this land. They would welcome his rule.
Pang Tong's devotion showed me the truth. I have no doubts about this battle.
Fight me now, for glory!
I must retreat. This is not the end.
There is no greater weapon than a prepared mind.
You have truly earned your reputation. Such a display will boost the morale of our troops.
How fucking busy is this battlefield, by the way? Defeat Liu Zhang. Hold on a moment. So we're supposed to go up there, but I kind of want to kill the people that are actively attacking Liu Bei. Just as a thought. So here's Zhuge Liang's Musou. It is totally normal.
Call upon the thunder. I must retreat. This is not the end.
I call upon
there is no
the
greater
thunder.
Weapon than a prepared mind.
Such an amazing effort. Everybody, follow me to victory. You're doing great. I will try to live up to your example.
Now is the opportune
You
moment.
dare challenge me? I can anticipate your every move.
I anticipated that you would call down lightning and kill me in one blow. Unfortunately, I couldn't do anything about it. My anticipation told me that I was fucked.
Out, invaders! Chengdu is our land!
Under your rule, Yi province will wither and die. Lord Liu Bei's wisdom is sorely needed.
Li Yan has been defeated, but I will fight on!
You can fight on if you like, but it is pointless. Under its current rule, Yi province is doomed.
You can fight on if you like, but it's fucking dumb.
I can't let you beat me, though.
Destined to fall here?
Ma Chao is on his way to assist the enemy. He is approaching from the north.
After he was defeated by Cao Cao, I heard that Ma Chao
Wait, they
was
shut the
working
door
for
behind
Zhang
me?
Lu.
Zhang Lu is not worthy of him. It would be quite a coup if we could acquire his services.
I'm stuck in here.
Report! It
Oh, now
seems
it's
that
up.
the Allied reinforcements have arrived.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Lord Zhao Yun is heading for Ma Chao to talk with him. He is taking Lord Li Hui, who knows Ma Chao well. If they play their cards right, we could acquire ourselves a very powerful ally.
Protect Li Hui as he goes to talk with Ma Chao
You have
man.
truly earned your reputation. Such a display will boost the morale of our troops.
I call upon the thunder.
This area is merely a pawn in my larger overall strategy.
Of course it is.
This area is merely a pawn in my larger overall strategy. This area is merely a pawn in my larger overall
The
strategy.
thunder has a raging hangover. It only answers when Zhuge Liang calls it softly, and the big reason it targets everybody except him is because
Lord
they're
Li
all
Hui's
being
path
loud.
is blocked. We need to help him.
Report! It seems that the enemy reinforcements have arrived.
I'm sort of going backwards to solve this problem, but I did skip away from Macho Man. Deng who? Deng Ji.
You can outsmart me? Don't make me laugh.
You know, I reckon I actually can, as Zhuge Liang.
The enemy is fighting with tremendous fervor. We will accompany you.
Ma Chao's allegiance would swing this battle firmly in our favor. I am counting on you, Li Hui.
Ma Chao is an honorable man. If we plead the righteousness of our case, he will join us.
Thank you, my lord.
Let's just pretend that we're the real justice guy. The righteousness of suddenly backstabbing our family member.
You appear to be a competent fighter. However, I will not be easily defeated. Lord Ma Chao, you are making a mistake. Your blade should be pointed at Cao Cao. He was the one who murdered your father.
You know, after you goaded him into it.
Lord Liu Bei stood by your father and fought off Cao Cao.
You're right. I've been a fool. My enemy is Cao Cao. And Lord Liu Bei should be my master.
I am grateful for your assistance, Lord Ma Chao. Together we will build the world our Lord dreams of.
Oh yeah! Cao Cao! Oh, I forgot about that guy. Yep, switching sides.
This area is merely a pawn in my larger overall strategy.
You're having a rough one with today's story, aren't you, Demon Dragon?
Any problems.
I'm sorry, I'm getting through it as quick as I can.
You're doing great. I will try to live up to your example. Such an amazing effort. Everybody, follow me to victory.
Who the fuck can follow you? Oh wait, you're my boss.
Is merely a pawn in my larger overall strategy.
Is this gate gonna open? Real good if this gate opened. Fucking fine. Excellent draw distance there. See the mountains just awkwardly coming into being.
This area is merely a pawn in my larger overall strategy.
That's the power of 2011 ingenuity. Bush, you like your version of the recruitment conversation? We are very good people. Also, we are winning. I agree. You must be very good people with your winning. I will join you. Were we recruiting Charlie Sheen? Oh, I didn't mean to land in the fucking water! Balls. I mean, I guess we can get those two bases on the side, but... Balls.
My strategy shall be studied for centuries to come. This area is merely a pawn in
I guess that's his true warrior line when he doesn't have any friends around. It's interesting, yeah, a lot of them have like unique lines for giving themselves the 1000 KO pat on the back, which I guess is, they can't have unique lines from other people because it has to be used on anyone, right? but it is often more interesting to get your 1000th kill alone, because they'll say something different
This area
from
is merely a
true
pawn
warrior
in
of
my
the
larger overall strategy.
Tri-Island area. Could you get out of the fucking... I'd like to ride you. Could you please get out of that hole? Wow, what a sentence. I apologize. Alright. Yeah, well, I got fucking laid up.
This
After
area
an unintentional
is merely a
dip in
pawn
the
my
lake.
larger overall strategy.
Well, the river.
You believe your wits are a match for mine?
Fight this battle.
To retreat is not necessarily to lose.
There is no greater weapon than a prepared mind.
Hey, you're not bad. I can't let you beat me, though.
Nothing quite as embarrassing as a failed Zhang Liaoing, yeah. Liu Ba!
Call upon the thunder.
To
Get
retreat
zapped.
is not necessarily to lose.
You Liu bastard!
There is no greater weapon than a prepared mind.
Alright, so this endless fucking tromp of enemy soldiers coming from that one base down
Panic
there is annoying
spreading
me.
in Liu Zhang's ranks. Some men have already fled the castle.
So I'm going on another lengthy sabbatical. The good news is that I am going the right way for this. Because this base is actually incredibly difficult to reach. If you look at it, it's on a hill, and the only way in is that bridge. You cannot get it from the east. The hill, I believe, is overlooking the central base. I don't think you can exit the central base to the hill. There are no ways up or down. It's quite possibly one of the worst designed maps in Dynasty Warriors. I hate it. And it's in 2 games. The dirty secret of Dynasty Warriors 7 is that it reuses an awful lot of maps from Dynasty Warriors 6. Because 6 wasn't very well received. They wanted to save money. I don't know. In 8, they overhauled the system and all the maps are different. But in 7, it's literally just, hey, what if we did 6 again, but we took out all those features that everyone hated?
Destined to fall here?
I like how we're being followed by a bunch of people, but they're slow enough that they can do nothing useful. They go wherever I go, but they do it 3 minutes later. Are we really gonna let that one little pocket of enemy down there? That's annoying me. Can we kill that guy? Someone kill that guy? Or is he leaving? He's not leaving. Fuck's sake. Clean up after yourself better, guys. Alright, doesn't that look nicer? All the red is confined to an appropriate corner. Liu Bei hasn't rushed on into the castle like an idiot. I guess it looks like he might be doing that now, but... No, it's someone else. I don't think we can get rid of everybody up in the northwest, because they'll come out of that spawn in the corner, but we can at least clean up what's here now.
Not the power to rule this land. Do you still insist on fighting?
My lord, there is no point in fighting on. Accept defeat and surrender.
Dude, you suck. Just give up.
Side with the enemy, Ma Chao.
Wham!
It is clear that you were not great enough to rule in this time of strife.
And Liu Bei, he is great enough?
A benevolent ruler. With Chengdu in his hands, that is what Lord Liu Bei has become.
All was proceeding just as Zhuge Liang had envisioned. Liu Bei captured Yi, claiming the territory as his own. And the land found itself divided into three, with Liu Bei of Shu, Cao Cao of Wei, and Sun Quan of Wu. At long last, Zhuge Liang's three-kingdom strategy had come to fruition.
To be fair, this isn't Dynasty Warriors' fault. The book did put it this way, but fucking hell. To suggest that the entire Three Kingdoms period was this one really smart guy's idea.
Against this backdrop, the province of Jing, located at the center of these three kingdoms, grew more important than ever. While relations between Shu and Wu had worsened as they fought for control of the province, that all changed when Wei invaded Hanzhong. Liu Bei proposed a ceasefire with Sun Quan and returned to him the eastern portion of Jing. And in return...
On paper, it sounds like you gave him half the province. You did not give him half the province. That is maybe a third of it at best.
For the land, he asked that Wu participate in a joint attack against Wei at Hefei. Just as they promised, Wu attacked Hefei. For a while, Jing once again knew peace. Having secured Jing, Zhuge Liang sent Huang Zhang and other top generals to take the fight to Wei.
Tell you what, they must be happy up north. Like, that northeastern portion was an absolute murder fest for like 20 years. During the whole Yuan Shao, Lu Bu, everything was up there. And now, they're just fine for the rest of the war.
Battle would take place on Hanzhong's Mount Dingjuan. It was there that Zhuge Liang realized that the land of virtue they had sought for so long was finally within their grasp.
The enemy ranks are as clear as day. Ah, that's quite a shot. It's too far. There's no point.
Nobody could shoot an arrow from that distance. But what about the guy that just shot one at you? Sorry, I meant nobody normal.
Unless you're as good as me. Securing Hanzhong will bring stability to the kingdom of Shu. After all, even we old folks have to think about the future sometimes.
It's not even an action start. He just jumped off the tower for fun.
What a view. It's kind of spoiled by all those Wei soldiers, mind you.
Hey, old man, how are your legs? Never better! Crack, crack, stomp. Don't mind those noises. They'll be right as rain. Where's my horse? Think I might ride around for this battle.
Zhuge Liang's brother, Zhuge Jin, looks exactly like a donkey. It's uncanny.
Yeah, and you're comfortable saying that because that's the brother that works for Wu.
The land we have all dreamed of is now closer than we ever imagined. Shields. I could do with one of those.
Then I might not get peppered with arrows.
I have no idea what Lord Zhuge Liang is thinking. I mean, I know he's a genius, but...
I'm just a dumbo, so like, how could I keep up?
All of these mighty warriors have been drawn here by the magnetism of Lord Liu Bei's personality.
Hey warriors, what's drawn you here? Well, it's kind of the only available salary in town. Yep, thought so.
They say Xiahou Yuan is quite an archer. Ha! He's no match for you, my lord.
Historically true, yeah.
I hear there's some officer in the enemy ranks who likes to dance on the battlefield. I wonder what's wrong with him.
I am indebted to Lord Liu Bei for taking me in. I will do what I must to aid Shu.
Lord Ma Chao's father was killed by Cao Cao. He will be determined to have his revenge.
Cao Cao of Wei, Sun Quan of Wu, and now Lord Liu Bei of Shu. It is just as Lord Zhuge Liang predicted. The Three Kingdoms strategy has been realized.
Huang Zhong's kind of lucky that Mount Dingjun exists, because I don't think he'd be playable in the story mode if it didn't. Like, this is the quintessential Huang Zhong battle. It would be wrong and insulting to have anyone else be the guy here, because no one else fits it better. But, you know, if there was a battle like that for Ma Chao, then that would be his. But unfortunately, Tongate doesn't fit Shu because he's not with Liu Bei at the time, so, like, Ma Chao doesn't get to be playable, right?
Lord Ma...
If only Lord Pang Tong were alive.
Yeah, I say that every fucking day.
Now that our lord has a land of his own, morale is high amongst the people. If we can win this battle, then we will be that much closer to uniting the land.
The enemy strategist is a man named Sima Yi. I wonder if he's any good.
Nah, he's crap. He's not gonna do anything of note.
Lord Wei Yan's a bit frightening, but he's good to have on your side. Why does he hate Lord Zhuge Liang so?
Dumb man hates smart man. More news at 10.
Check out his head. See that pointy bit? That means he's a rebel. He can't help it.
And some good old superstition.
My lord Liu Bei has truly gone up in the world. Now he is a mighty leader of men. I remember him from the early days. At first it was just me and him against the world, with a few others.
Oh, you're that guy, right. You're the yellow... You're a major now, and also you're Your character model looks old.
But I know he values my support. The two of us have come a long way. But I know he...
That's cool.
Liu Bei, gain land, people happy. I fight, protect Liu Bei.
I have no idea.
All of these...
Yeah, we done them.
I hear you are skilled with all weapons, not just the bow. I'd love to see you fight with something really unique.
Sure. I've been developing a martial technique for fighting using one of my own privates, grabbed in my hands and swung around at the enemy. Would you like to help me demonstrate? Hold still.
If we can win this battle, then we will be that much closer to uniting the land.
I'll show you all that I've still got what it takes. I'll do anything necessary to protect this land.
In Monster Hunter Stories 3, you got invested in one of the random royal guards, worrying about his younger sibling in the army. I mean, if you like consistent NPCs, that is what the Trail series is for. But perhaps I'll stream it one day. Sort of enjoying going through them on my own, though. I'll show you all that I've still got what it takes. Have I mentioned I'm old?
Let's go! Begin the march!
Understood.
Cao Cao has set up camp on Mount Dingjun.
So yeah, the bow, it is a duplicate from Xiaoyuan's, but it would feel wrong to swap him to another weapon just to show another weapon off. I know that there was a guy in the camp who talked about that, but like, it's Huang Zhong at Dingjun. Use a bow.
If we can secure the mountain, Han Zhong is as good as ours. We will begin with the foothills. Wei Yan, you head west. Ma Chao, secure the central garrison.
We win! Liu Bei happy!
My blade belongs to Lord Liu Bei now. For his vision, it will slice through the enemy.
The enemy's gathering over there. In that case, that's where I need to be.
Tighten the defenses! Our friends are in need. Get over and help them at once. Watch and learn. The arrows shall rain down.
I shall return. Remember that. For yours is the first head I shall see.
You have truly earned your reputation. Such a display will boost the morale of our troops.
I hope Dune didn't plan on saying anything.
Strong!
So, what am I gonna do with you?
I shall return. Remember that. For yours is the first head I shall see.
I have lost count of these enemy officers over the years.
We shouldn't drive the men too hard. Nice work, everybody. Now fall back.
Nobody gets the upper hand on me.
You have truly earned your reputation. Such a display will boost the morale of our troops.
What really gets me is how he's doing all of this without a quiver.
Face me if you dare. My elegance in combat is unparalleled. The beauty of my fighting style
must not be soiled by defeat. I shall return.
I have lost count of these enemy officers over the years.
Partially because I'm old, but also because I never learned to count.
We have
That's why my ammo never runs out.
Mount Dingjuin surrounded. Launch the attack.
All units, we must hold out until an opening presents itself.
Upper level.
I hope you realize you have no chance of victory.
Enemy supply depots have been discovered on Mount Tiandang. Lord Yan Yan is leading a unit there now.
Yan Yan being one of our enemies a minute ago, he was working for Liu Zhang, but we recruited him.
Burn their supplies. The enemy will despair. We should assist Lord Yan Yan.
The success of my battle plan depends on your performance.
Oh, astounding!
This one is heroic. I guess I need to pick up the pace.
You could probably afford to go a bit faster, yeah?
You will learn to regret this moment. I have lost count of these enemy officers over the years.
So you are my next opponent. I'll crush you like all of the others.
I can't believe I lost to someone as scrawny as you.
They're after our supplies. Not on my watch.
Oh, hey, Yuan's back. Because I haven't killed you yet.
This one is heroic. I guess I need to pick up the pace.
Don't worry, we'll fix that.
So, what am I gonna do with you? How could I lose to that old man? I'm off my game.
How could I lose
Not
to that
bad,
old
youngster.
man?
But it'll be a while before you can match me.
Oh, astounding!
Don't give up yet. We are very close to victory.
Not much of them left. Don't give up yet, we're very close to victory, mate. Have you looked at the map lately?
Victory is near. Once we secure Hanzhong, Lord Guan Yu should attack Shuchong.
You appear to be a competent fighter. However, I will not be easily defeated.
Yeah, that's what'll happen. Guan Yu will march all the way to Cao Cao's capital, and then we will win. We'll control the entire north as well as the southwest, and we'll go catch up with the Emperor, and Wu will just sit quietly and be our friend forever. That's what'll happen. Everything will go great. Good plan. Look, I don't mean to shoot you in the back, but if you don't stop running away, I'm not going to have much choice. Yeah, stop doing that. We need to get after him again. This is annoying. Holy God.
I shall return. Remember that. For yours is the first head I shall seek.
Of course, I don't know who just killed me, because at no point did I turn around to face them. But it's fine. At this point, the legend of Head Guy endures, as there's about 30 guys I want to kill. Ba-na, 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 ba-ba. Banana-na-na. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
There's no end in sight. I just want to go home and rest.
Wow, look at all that exposed stomach.
You strong, me stronger.
That'll prove excellent target for arrows.
If you want to return to your homes, then you must win this battle.
Out of my way, boy. I have no use for any but Cao Cao himself.
You fool. Your ignorance is remarkable.
You appear to be a competent fighter. However, I will not be easily defeated.
I wasn't expecting a Sima Yi ambush, but alright. Down he goes.
We have bought enough time. Retreat.
We've bought time. I didn't realize this was a time sale. How much? Are we selling in days, weeks, hours? Minutes? Ah, get out of here. Chump change. Now, Cao Cao, I do have to question the wisdom of leaving your bodyguard outside and getting Hu Xiu to defend you. A guy I've never even heard of. You may as well call him Who's That?
I see I have a visitor. Then it would be rude of me not to welcome him.
Lord Pantong, the land for which you made the ultimate sacrifice will soon be realized.
You have allowed your pride to overcome your senses. One person cannot decide a battle.
Watch and learn. The arrows shall rain down upon you.
Oh, he lived. Well done. And then you get kicked in the head.
Last time I act as a decoy.
He runs away fast, I'll say that much.
Cao Cao is gone, I see.
He said something about being a decoy. Just a bad loser.
I hope you are right. Maybe. Lord Guan Yu.
Uh-oh.
At Hanzhong, Cao Cao seemed almost too calm and collected. Zhuge Liang could not help but feel uneasy. With Hanzhong under its control, Shu had stabilized as a country and was gaining momentum. As if in celebration of their good fortune, Guan Yu marched north from Jing and attacked Wei at Fan Castle. If they could bring down Fan Castle, there would be nothing left standing between them and the Han capital of Shechang. With everything going so well, there was no reason to expect that their Wu allies would betray them. However, no matter what Zhuge Liang did, his worries could not be eased. Then, as the stage switched to east of Hanzhong at Fan Castle in Jing, waves of emotion flooded over Guan Yu as he gazed upon Fan Castle, where Cao Ren lay in wait. For finally, the dream that Liu Bei had pursued for so many years was about to become a reality. To forge a path to that world of virtue, Guan Yu and his sons would fight to the bitter end. The God of War's battle plan was flawless. That is, until the surprise attack came.
Battle of Fawn Castle. Back to Guan Yu for the first time in a while. I mean, he was a chibi, but it was a while for us because of the break we took. Probably the longest spanning character in the Shu story because he starts off at Dongzhuo and ends up here. Like, we've already finished playing as Liu Bei and Zhang Fei. And we do get more Zhao Yun, but he didn't start until later than them. But anyhow. Tomorrow, we will do the last 4 battles of the Liu Bei story, and then probably fit in some more of the Extreme Legends stuff, which will kind of feel like an extension of the Liu Bei story anyway, because we're about to start getting the Shu officers in there. I don't think we had a single Shu officer up to that point, but Ma Chao is the very next one, and a lot of their B team is in the back half, obviously. Zhang Fei is still alive at this point. But anyway, fare thee well. I'll be back tomorrow with more on that.